Hello guys, welcome to another of our video tutorial on data science. So today we'll be discussing about the numpy, okay? And I'm sure you would like to know what the numpy is, and don't worry, I'm going to be defining that for you. Okay, so numpy is a short name for numerical Python. All right, it is that part of the Python package that has to do with the numerics or the number. All right, and it is essential in learning data science or data visualization packages like some of the ones we have mentioned initially, like the pandas, the matplotlib, the seaborn, the scipy, and the other packages that we have in data science. Okay, so we're going to go into the practical session so you'll see how Python or how numpy is used in Python. Okay, so we're going to clean up this example and start afresh. Okay, so first of all, when you want to use any package, the first thing you would do is to import that package. So we are using numpy right now. What we are going to do is to import numpy. So you start with this syntax: import numpy. Now this is the official way of importing a package. Now, sometimes there are times that the name of the package will be too difficult to always be writing, or too long or too lengthy. It depends. So if you are in a situation where you have the package name to be so lengthy, we have also a solution for that. So we use as. So this PD now is a conventional name anyway, but you can use anything at all you want as far as this as is concerned. So you can say import numpy as WM, you can import as WD, you can use any combination, you can even use just one alphabet. Okay, but what we are going to be doing here is we are going to be using the PD, which is the conventional short form of the numpy. All right, so but you can use anyone, you can use anything you want. So this simply means that instead of us repeating this numpy, we would be using the PD instead of numpy. Okay, so when you have done that, we are going to create a numpy list. Okay, so let's say we have number equal to, now instead of writing numpy, we write pd dot array 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is an example of a numpy array. It is different from the list. We are still going to go into that, but this is an example of a numpy. So when you print this, that is the number, going to have it displayed on your screen. Okay, so just like we saw before. Okay, so but in this case, there are so many things I would like to show you. For instance, I will also teach you how to find out the shape of this numpy. I'll also teach you how to find out the size, and I'll teach you how to find the number of dimension that this array is. What is the number of dimension that this array is representing? And I'll also teach you how to find the type, the dimensional type. Okay, so this particular session now is called analyzing an array. So we want to analyze this array that we have created. We have created an array, we want to analyze it. Okay, so you can say analyzing an array. Okay, let's say an array. Okay, so I don't need to tell you that if you want to make a comment while coding, you use the hashtag. Is if you have gone through my class, you would know this. Okay, so this is analyzing the array that we just created. Okay, so the first thing I will teach you is, if you want to know the type, the data type that this array is representing, what you will need to do is, let's say you have your number, the name of the numpy to be number, right? So you say number dot shape. Okay, so this is what it means for you to find the shape of your numpy. So if we print that out, Let's hashtag this so it won't be printed. When you run your program again, what you're going to get is the shape. Okay, so the shape of this array that we have created is 3, because it actually has just 3, which is 1, 2, and 3. All right, so if you reduce this to 2, we'll have 2 here. If you reduce it to 1, we'll have 1 here. So this is just how to find the shape of your array. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing is how to find the size. The size is different from the shape. Okay, so for you to do that, you have to start with the name of your variable, which is the name of your array, which in this case is number. So number dot. So what you do next is to type size. Okay, of course you have to print that out as well to find out what the size is. So you print that out and run that. Okay, so you have seen as well that the size of this array is 3 because it contains just 3 characters. It contains 3 characters and the size is 3. Okay, so the next thing we are going to also be doing here is to teach you how to find the number of dimension that the array has. Okay, so I think we'll start with the word print. Then we'll have our number, which is the array that we have created. So you have number dot ndm. Okay, this ndm means number of dimension. Okay, so when you print that, you have 1. Now it is 1 because we only have just one list inside here. Okay, so if we have 2 here, maybe after this I have another list, they say 1 or 2 rather, 4, 6, and if I run that, what I'm going to have here is what is it called, a 2-dimensional array, as the case may be. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. What I'm trying to say in essence is this. If you have 2 lists, you have 2 here. If you have 3 lists, you have 3 here. If you have 4 lists, you have 4 here, as the case may be. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be teaching you is how to find out the type. So for you to do that, what you will do is to write a print, then the name of your array, which is number. Then the next thing you're going to type is .d type. So you're finding out the dimensional type. Okay, so what kind of dimension is this? So you run your okay, so if you have observed, you discover that okay, I didn't even remove the other one. So just like what I told you, you have in the first one here, now have 2 shape. Okay, the first shape here is 2 and 3, right? Now this first one here is the row. Now this second one here, this 2 here is the row. This second row here is the column. This is how it is arranged: row, column, row, column. Now we're having 2 rows. That is what it means. It means we have 2 lists here, 1 and 2. The first one is usually the row, so we have 1 and 2. That is 2 rows. Then the second one here is the column. Now in each of these lists, how many characters do we have? Here we have 1, 2, 3. Here we have 1, 2, 3. Of course, we must have the same number or else it will pop up an error. Okay, so you must have the same number of characters in each of the lists. So we have 2 here as the row and we have 3 here as the column. Okay, so the next one here is the size. Of course, it has increased by 2. We have 3 here and we have 3 here. That's 6. Okay, so the next one is 2. Like I told you initially when I had only just one list, that it will show you the number of dimensions. So initially it was just one dimensional, now it is 2-dimensional. Okay, now the last but not the least I'm going to be teaching you under this analyzing an array is the dimensional type. So this has 32 dimensional type of the type int. It means that this dimension of this array is of 32 size and of type int. Int, we all know, if you have followed my class, you know that int is the short form for integer. Okay, so this is all we have to do today as far as analyzing an array is concerned in NumPy. Okay, so the next class we are going to be doing is accessing data in an array. So we're going to teach you how you can access each of these data in this array. See you there. Take care.